What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another NFL video with your boy. We got games on Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. What an amazing Tuesday. Like, Tuesdays and Wednesdays are like my least favorite days of the week, but now, it just got heightened big time, all right? We're on a look, we're going for what, four in a row in NBA tonight. We did great on the showdowns yesterday. And then we've got two showdowns again today, so I'm excited about it. At greenlightdfs.com, our automatic access that the site uses automatically cancels all access come Monday night. So if you are interested in getting today's slate for Tuesday, you're going to have to go and grab week 16. All right. I know it's technically week 15, but our site access for that to automatically, update and keep things running smoothly, we have to treat today like it's the start of week 16 on the site. So you might notice that if you had week 15, you no longer have access to the NFL access page. That's because you got to go grab week 16 because the new week has started. All right. So as you can see on the page right now, I'm on the Greenlight Optimizer. I have the Philly-Washington game. I just put my projections in and looked over this game first, and then I'm going to update. I've looked at the other game as well. I'm going to update that one, add my projections into that one as well, and do the video for that next. All right, but we're going to start out with the Philly-Washington game. Um, there's so many different ways that this game could go. But the best way to predict it is Philly wins. Philly might even win pretty handedly. Washington is dealing with some injuries. Heineke is out, who's been playing pretty solid this season. So they have Garrett Gilbert starting at quarterback for them. Um, so they could struggle a little bit, especially with this game in Philly. So I'm expecting the game script of pretty much, Washington playing from behind. Lots of dump offs to Antonio Gibson with no J.D. McKissick. Expect to see Gilbert really rely on, short routes, dump offs to the running back to be able to move the ball down the field here against Philly. And I'm going to take advantage of that. So starting off at captain, one spot that I really, really like is Antonio Gibson at captain. It really makes things work. It's savings from what Jalen Hurts is. So it's 16-5 for Antonio Gibson at captain, right? And then it's 18-3. So almost a $2,000 difference getting Antonio Gibson at captain. Here's the thing. With Gilbert being quarterback here, like I already said, Terry McLaurin and Gibson are going to be big focal points of Gilbert here. He's going to rely heavily on them, okay? And it's going to be a lot of little short routes, most likely. A lot of the times, new quarterbacks come in like this and they rely a lot on little safety valve dump offs to the running back. Antonio Gibson's a fantastic play here as well because J.D. McKissick is out. So with J.D. McKissick out, who was their passing down back, Antonio Gibson's now going to play majority of the third down role even. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see a lot more Antonio Gibson on the field in general. That in turn is going to turn into some fantasy points. So having him at captain, yes, does run some risk because if Philly's defense just completely shuts Washington out, obviously it might be tough for Gibson here. But the way I'm seeing it here is um I'm completely with the way that the Phillies running back situation's a little hazy. You know what I mean? Most of the time when you predict a team to go up big, right? You really want a piece of their running back game. The problem is that there's such a murky situation there. You never really know who's going to be the bulk carrier in Philly. I have some ideas in the flex when it comes to the running backs for Philly, but I don't really feel comfortable playing a captain there. A running back for Philly as a captain. So, with that out of mind, I like Jalen Hurts, don't get me wrong, but that couple thousand savings going Antonio Gibson, or even going down to Garrett Gilbert playing garbage time, trying to keep up, or a Terry McLaurin even. But I'm going to side with Antonio Gibson because not only with Heineke out are they going to rely heavier on the run and really try to control the clock a lot. So, Antonio Gibson's going to get a lot of carries here, but he's going to get a lot of safety valve dump offs with J.D. McKissick out. So, I'm going Antonio Gibson at captain. My fave versions that I've built so far really have Antonio there. It just kind of clicks perfectly with him there. So I'll be looking at other options as well. But as of right now, I really like the opportunity for Gibson, especially full point PPR and DK. Expect a lot more targets to Gibson than we're used to seeing with JD out and this new quarterback looking for safety valves. Now, for sure need Jalen Hurts. I mean, I think every version that needs to be made today needs to have Jalen Hurts. I know he's coming in from an injury, but at the end of the day, man, Jalen Hurts, the safety that he gives you and the potential upside he gives you if this game does somehow stay close here, is just way too large not to play him. And we have some value that is decent, so Jalen Hurts has to go into the core for me. Now, obviously, I like the Garrett Gilbert, Terry McLaurin, Antonio Gibson. These are the three Washington guys I prefer mostly. If you're going to play any Washington guys, these are the guys I prefer right here. So Gibson, McLaurin, and Gilbert is the core from Washington that you want to get involved in. There could be a lot of garbage time points here for these guys. All right. On the Philly side, I don't have a ton of interest in Goddard, even though he is a solid play. Don't get me wrong. He's completely fine. Devontae Smith even is a fine play. Miles Sanders, maybe. I'm really hesitant on that running back situation for Philly. But one guy that I will say for value, if you sort point per salary on my projections, Jordan Howard as a value. He's bare min 200 and he is back in the running back fold for Philly. I wouldn't be surprised to see him get about 10 carries here. I would not be surprised to see him and Miles Sanders even damn near split. It's not going to be 50-50, but close-ish. I wouldn't be surprised to see it, honestly. Jordan Howard is a very solid goal line, red zone back as well. Goal line back, guy to put in when you get close to the end zone, let him pound it in. Really like him at 200 as a value right now in this time of day. I really think that he is going to be a solid option here for Philly, man. I mean, that Philly running back spot, I mean, anybody could go off. Boston Scott always has his moments, but with Jordan Howard back in the fold, this is a dude who, with limited touches, has been able to do a good bit here for Philly, and they know that. So expect to see a lot of Miles Sanders, a lot of Jordan Howard mainly, and then some sprinkled in of Boston Scott is what I'm expecting as of right now. So I have Jordan Howard as a fantastic value, having projected over 5 at only 200, which makes him one of my the favorite value on this slate. Other value that I like, as you can see, I do like Boston Scott as a punt value if you want to take that route. Most of the time, Boston Scott is more of like a guy you want to take like in the pass game type of thing. So Jordan Howard is going to be more of the between the tackles running back. So I like him more in a blowout possible win situation for Philly over Boston Scott, but Boston Scott's still in the fold. Jalen Rieger. Is a solid value. He's only 1,600, and he should get some good work here as well. So I like him at 1,600. Greg Ward as a punt, 600. But mainly, when it comes to value for me, Jordan Howard, Jalen Rieger really are the two favorites. And then if you really want to get sneaky in GPPs, Boston Scott, if he happens to just get every carry out of nowhere. We know how Philly can be sometimes. But anyway, so to break the slate down, Jalen Hurts is a lock for me. Jordan Howard is my favorite value. Antonio Gibson is a lock for me, whether he's in flex or captain, because, like I said, the way that I'm seeing this working out here, at least right now, is Garrett Gilbert being the quarterback for Washington. Expect them to, one, the game plan be run heavy and see a lot of carries to Antonio Gibson's period. And then expect to see a lot of safety valve dump off, a lot of play calls involving Antonio Gibson close range to get the ball to him and let him do work with it in his hands. So he is the guy on this offense. Obviously, Terry McLaurin's solid as well. But Terry McLaurin's more of he's going to need Garrett Gilbert to drop back and really make some amazing throws. Which, could he do it? Sure. But I have more faith in just relying on, the fact that they're probably going to lean on the run. Antonio Gibson, I really love. And I like McLaurin and Gilbert, don't get me wrong. I like these guys. A lot of garbage time here playing catch up. They're in a fantastic spot today. So that's about it, y'all. Pretty much broken down the guys that I'm interested in. You can go the Eagles defense as a sneaky play as well against this Washington team with Heineke out. That's an interesting route to go. I normally hate playing defenses because it really makes building difficult with that type of game script, but Eagles could have a big game here, so I want to mention them. Both kickers are in play for me, mainly the Philly kicker, because they're projected to win. You know how normally I like to take kickers in the favored side, who I'm expecting to be up, probably not try as hard to get in that end zone. When Washington falls behind big, they probably don't kick field goals, you know what I mean? So that's normally how it goes. Adam Humphries is a guy who is a short route guy. All right, so he is a guy that if you want to take the savings off of a Terry McLaurin down to Adam Humphries, Humphries is going to be that little slot guy who's going to run little short routes for Gilbert and could be a big guy that Gilbert relies on here. So he's a solid option as well. But that's about it, y'all. Good luck on this showdown slate, and let's get this money. I'm out. Peace.